Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel ACS2. Today's video is not about 12 signs, not about 12 houses, not about 9 planets or 27 nakshatras. Then what else? Is there anything more in astrology? Yes, there are more beautiful and secret terms what we don't know, but they have a meaning. Let's welcome Akash Chauhanji from Calgary, Canada. He is all set with this beautiful video. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akash ji.
Namaskar, Rohit Ram Ram. So today we are going to talk about Gulika or Mandi. Gulika and Mandi are the 2 points in astrology. Some astrologers take it as one. Some take it as different points. Now we are taking it as Gulika, one single point in your chart. I have seen in all the cases, if it is taken different also, the degrees that they are where they are placed is just like within 3 or 4 degrees. So it is very, they're always together. Now, Rohitji, uh, let's start with the story of Gulika. Now, it is said that when Ravana was supposed to be, his son Indrajit was supposed to be born, like who could win anything, he put all the 9 planets in the 11th house. So, what happened here is that um, it is a very big story. Ravana is the demon king. He trapped all the 9 planets. He put it in the 11th house. And here, Saturn, at the time of birth of Indrajit, that is son of Ravana, who's the great devotee of Ravana, is great devotee of Lord Shiva as well. Um, as soon as he was getting born, he was coming out. Saturn put his leg in the 12th house. Very famous story here. What happened then? Ravana got really angry. He saw that how the hell Saturn put his leg in the 12th house. He took his sword, he threw it, and then cuts Saturn's leg. Saturn's leg went into pieces, which created the amputated part of his leg, created the term Gulika. That means something that is of the slowest, which is very rare to find in any astrology software that you use currently, but it's a very important. I use Parashara Light, the software. Very wonderful software. It has it. So many software has it, but many software does not have Gulika and Mandi point in your chart, which is supposed to be very extremely important. Now, Roji, this is the story. Now, Gulika is also known as Mandi, a significant and highly malefic subplanet in Vedic astrology, very similar to Rahu and Ketu, which also lack physical existence, that is, no physical existence, but exert considerable influence in a natal chart. Despite its malefic nature, Gulika enjoys a status similar to an independent planet and is considered a minor planet or a subplanet in astrological texts. The traditional Gulika Kundli, a horoscope chart with houses reckoned with Gulika position, used to be an essential component of Janma Patri. That means sometimes when you know that nothing is working out, then you see where the hell is Gulika. है ना? Is it because of that reason? Gulika again means slow and feeble. It's undetectable to the material eye but vivid to the psychic eye. It is traditionally believed to significantly slow down progress and considered highly malefic, causing delays and restrictions. Now, if you see that the day and night have to be divided into equal parts, where the eighth portion being the lordless, the remaining seven are assigned to the seven grahas, starting from the lord of the weekday. If it is Monday moon, it is Friday Shukra, depending on and the portion ruled by the Shani Saturn is the period of Gulika. The position of Gulika in a natal chart is determined by degree ascending at the start of its position. So if you want to do maths, this is how you will be able to do. But otherwise, if you don't want to do maths, want to understand where is your Gulika, all the details are on the screen, and you can go in the link below and click, and we will let you know where your Gulika is and what is happening. Now here, Gulika in Dasha period. So during the Dasha, planetary period of Graha conjoining, that means something that is in conjunction with Gulika, the native experiences significant frustration and delay, especially in areas governed by the Gulika Yuti. The effect is somewhat lessened when Gulika occupies third house, sixth house, 10th house, 11th house. These are all the Upachaya houses, that means improvement houses. When any Gulika or Mandi point is in your third, sixth, 10th, or 11th, that means you are sorted, no problem. But still, Gulika is a Maraka. Maraka means the death indicator in your chart. Now, Gulika Lord and the point 180 degrees opposite to it considered maraka, death, indicating special circumstances such as Lord being a natural malefic or governing a terminating domain are required to justify this prediction. And our very renowned BV Raman sir has done a lot of research on Gulika, and I'm going to be quoting that few of the things in this video. Now, Gulika and natural Karakas. When we talk about significators in your chart, sun related to father, moon related to mother. Now, here, when Gulika is with sun, it harms the longevity of father. There can be sudden or you know, tragic death of your father that can happen at a very early age. With if it is with moon, Gulika and Mandi point, reduces maternal comfort. Such people may have problem related to their maternal life. Now, as we say that chaya grays do not have any kind of drishti or any kind of aspects. Let's just take Gulika and Mandi or Rahu and Ketu to have their seventh aspect. So it is very important to even notice the house that is exactly opposite to Gulika to understand that what is the potency of a malefic or benefic sitting there or aspecting there, what is the association of the lord of that planet. So it is very important to justify any prediction that okay, why you are telling this. When Gulika is with Mars, it will adversely affect relationship with siblings. When it is with Mercury, it will cause mental disturbance. Budh means buddhi, buddhi means brain. So when Gulika is there, special child with special needs are born. Huh? So you have to see this point. When with Jupiter, it creates religious hypocrisy. Lot of problem in this religious philosophical area. When Venus, it ruins marital life. With Saturn, leads to skin diseases like leprosy as well. Okay, very important to understand. I have seen a chart with Gulika, Saturn, and what is Ketu sitting with it. They had leprosy. Now here, whenever it is with Rahu is very much closely associated to anything to do with infection. Anything that has to do with bacterial infection in your body is Rahu. Now here, it will increase the infection risk, which can be life threatening. As well as with Ketu, it will induce fear from bad characters. So Gulika in different with different karakas, different significators can do lot of things to your general life. Now, it is not that always Gulika is bad. Despite its malefic nature, Gulika can confer Raj Yoga, leading to significant positions in profession and life, provided its dispositor, that the planet ruling the sign where Gulika is placed and its Navamsha, D9 lords, are well placed in Kendra, angular houses, or Trikona houses, trine houses, in their own sign, exalted. However, Gulika's propensity as a Maraka remains intact. It is still a malefic planet. There is no positive aspect to Gulika. It can give you Raja Yoga, but I've seen many ministers or many politicians having Gulika very close to Rahu. This makes them very much awesome in the area related to their politics and their power. But still, what remains intact is the point that these Gulika, the point that it is a Maraka. It has to somehow give it back to you. Now there are some key takeaways of Gulika. Then we will also discuss about Gulika in 12 houses, that how in what houses what kind of results it gives. Now here, beneficial houses. Now, Gulika will give very favorable results in third house, sixth house, 10th house, 11th house, although it can still cause delays in many aspects related to that house, but still, it is still what you say. Um, when it is in third, sixth, 10th, and 11th, then you are all sorted. There is no problem. It can actually take care of itself, and the delays will be caused, but finally you will receive something. On the other hand, mitigations of effects, the unfavorable results of mitigated when Rashi sign and the Navamsha lords of Gulika dispositor are debilitated or combust. So, if, for example, my Gulika is in my 10th house, Venus is neither combust, neither debilitated, but it is sitting in the house of a malefic. And in Navamsha, it goes into a trine and becomes exalted. So that means Gulika is very positive for me. But depending on your chart where it is placed, that is how we will be able to take the understand the main character of what and how it can create hurdles and difficulties in your life. Now, comprehensive Gulika's most impact should be evaluated within the context of entire natal chart, considering all indicators and their interactions, not only on the placement only. Sometimes Gulika can be placed in the fourth house, but give you excellent results, depending on what aspect, what sign, and what kind of the dispositor, the owner of that house, where is it sitting. Now, when we talk about Gulika in houses, we will talk about the first house, the Lagna. So here it indicates a delay in physical development. Some people who are very short in height, do not have any kind of attractive physical personality. Here, check out for Gulika in your first house, because first house is the beginning of things, right? So it is related to your childhood. Now, during this time, try and understand and go back to your childhood. If you have Gulika in the first house, try and go back in the childhood, that hey man, did something wrong happen to me when I was in my early childhood, or you know early age? Because that life struggles, that experience that you have gained during that time will turn you into a great healer or a saint, or some kind of sannyasi who has given up everything because he's really got the understanding of life. Very very famous, very respected BV Raman sir, who's also an astrologer. Here he observes that whenever Gulika is in the first order, it is supposed to be very cruel. The nature becomes of a thief, like someone who will con other people, devoid of modesty, and voracious eater. Anything, does not matter what happens, they will eat anything at all. Deformed eye, problem in eye, night blindness, eye vision problem, anything to do with cataract, such kind of problems, and very irritable nature. This is how what Gulika in the first house, if it is not in good position, will you will feel such kind of things. And there is a very important book, Fal Deepika, in the Vedic astrology. It is so important that a lot of principles of astrology comes from the Fal Deepika. It says that when the first house, the attitude is very cruel. Okay, so BV Raman agrees with this. Then eye problems are there. So then there are two indicators which says eye problem: cruel attitude again, a hate for classics and traditional literature. That means here, it means that devoid of modesty, and this is matching somewhere. And there's always cursing himself, that is irritable nature. So you know the point that BV Raman said and the Faldipika is making, that this is how Gulika acts in the first house for everyone. Now, mitigating the effects, everything that has there is a problem, there is a solution to it. The same way, Lord Shiva, to worship Lord Shiva in the evening, bow down to the sun god and Vishnu in the morning, or lighting a diya, a lamp made out of ghee before the Shiva temple to mitigate the ever adverse effects of Gulika. These are the only way that you can do it. There is no other way. Lord Shiva is the only one who can intervene during Saturn's period, Saturn's time, and Gulika is controlled by Saturn, also part of Saturn. So any time that you have any problem related to Shani Dev or Gulika Mandi, you have to only address towards Saturn, because he can only end things, end misery for your life. Okay, so this is how what I feel, that how Gulika in the first house would react. There is a WhatsApp link in the description if you want to know about your Gulika state in your chart. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching and subscribe. When we talk about Ruiji Gulika in the second house, second house is the house where it is very clearly related to finance, money, wealth, speech. Now here, because it's a malefic and it goes in this house, it leads to financial hardships, quarrels, and lack of wealth. No matter how good your second house is, you will feel this problem, because Gulika is. Acha, no planet is coming to any of your houses for fun. What is a birth chart? A birth chart is a snapshot of exactly when you were born and with what karmas you are born, and the research of what the what Parasharaji has done so many years ago. It says that yes, that this is the real right way. Vedic astrology, Parashari astrology, the right way to determine what karmas approximately what kind of karmas you have done in your past life, if you have real, right, legit birth details. Now, second house, it will lead to financial hardships, quarrels, and lack of wealth. This is what the general thing which I notice and I feel. But BV Raman sir, here sir say they are very quarrelsome. They speak a lot. They'll do a lot of quarrel through their through their mouth. They're always speaking something bad about other people. um, they, they're very, because it is the house of finance and Gulika is a malefic, it will take away finance from your life. So a lot of devoid of wealth, poor, and someone whom you cannot trust, not to their words. This is what Gulika will be in the second house. And this kind of things are very important when we are doing marriage. When we are getting marriage done, if we have the chart of the other person, we see Gulika, we see Mandi, we see malefics first, where they are, and try to understand what is the impact of this malefics. Then we go into the positive side. Here, according to Faldipika also, it says that speaks ill of others, involved in domestic troubles, faces financial hardship. So it is very clear when Gulika is in the second house, there is a lot of financial problems that can come to your life. Now, to mitigate the effects, always holy lamp, in a lamp in the holy Shiva temple, or in front of holy Shiva during the evening time. This is where Gulika will become relaxed in your chart, preaching towards Lord Shiva. Anyone who bows down toward Lord Shiva and says Om Namah Shivaya, or any Shiva mantra, they are absolutely blessed, because no one, no planet, malefics cannot do anything to them. So that is very good. But yeah, this is how I feel that Gulika in the second house works. um, those who want to know about their Gulika, and they must, some people must have heard this term for the first time. Rohiji, what do you say?
Definitely, as far as I was thinking about the Gulika, that is this Gulika works like Saturn only, that wherever it will come, it gives only delay, not denial, delay for the things.
Can give denial also. Gulika, you can go in clearly and see Gulika that, okay, man, some people say, I want a child.
Hmm.
Not happening from so many. And you see Gulika alone in the fifth house.
Fifth
Understand
house.
that, man, this is not going to work. Some people are talking, I do so much, this, that, I am working very hard, I'm not making wealth. If they have Gulika in the second house, clarity that no, man, nothing can work out
But
now.
if the dispositor of that house is in good house,
Again, second house is already a Maraka house.
Marka house, yes.
Okay, Gulika will give only good results in third house, sixth house, eighth house. Oh no, third house, sixth house, 10th house, and 11th house. The
Why not eighth and 12th?
because again, it is a Maraka. When it goes to the house of longevity, it will make sure your longevity comes less. It is goes
Hmm.
to 12th house suddenly, or at very earlier childhood age, you may be going to hospitals or getting into some
Hmm. Health
mental
issues.
problems. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that is why the eighth and the even in sixth house is the house of diseases, not the house of death. So that's why in diseases it can give you very very good results. It can say, I will solve everything for you. But when it goes to the eighth house, it does not have that control. This is what the research says, Rohit. And I have been looking at all the charts. I do Gulika. When people say that I'm doing this and I don't have a child, I see Gulika here. So I should not tell them, okay, it is not going to happen. I still tell them, okay, if there is a possibility, that try and stuff like that. But this Gulika gives very good indicator. Wherever it is sitting, it will give indication in that house that, okay, man, this is where the problem is and you have to work here. Simple. Moving to the third house, Roichi. When we talk about third house, it is about your, it is the house related to your friendships, your hobbies, your younger siblings, your surroundings, and so many things. Now, here it causes social aloofness. This is also the house of your neighbors, like someone who's socially very much connected to you. It also says that there is people who have Gulika in such state have a lot of pride and trouble with siblings. Little bit of, in fact, I have seen Gulika in the third house can create court cases, long term court cases with siblings. Now, this third house is the house that is very, very, according to BV Raman sir, when Gulika is here, a lot of ill tempered person, unsocial, impress others, and try to act smart in other people, and devoid of siblings. Such people may also lose their siblings at a very younger age. I did an appointment, I think, Roji, around 7 to 8 days, no, I think 10, of a girl and the husband. I told the girl that. oh, you must have lost a sibling at a very early age. She says, I lost, yeah, I think, yeah, she said, I lost my brother, my younger brother, when he was 1.5 years old. So that means Gulika really, really, takes the younger sibling, younger person from you. It will give a little bit trouble in that area. But third house is a very important good house. Here, the only thing that Gulika does is that courageous. Such people are so courageous. They have no fear of anyone in the world. Such people can go to any extent, either to kill or to die. This is how third house Gulika happens. Now, according to Fal Deepika, it says that Gulika in the third house makes you very proud, selfish, aloof from society. Again, it is very, very in line with the B.V. Raman sir research also. Fond of drinking. Anyone who has some bad habits, always fighting with siblings. This is the nature. And if you have Gulika in the third house, you will find this in your chart. That yes, man, somehow this is correct. So, how do we mitigate the ill effects of Gulika? Only by lighting a ghee towards Lord Shiva. In the evenings, Lord Shiva lighting a ghee. There is a very, very good, very, very important temple in India, Rohitji. It's in Nasik. It's called Trambakeshwara. Okay. When I first went to Trambakeshwara, I saw a Diya Kund. Diya Kund means somewhere where they put lamps. That Diya Kund was almost 16 to 17 feet tall. Every evening during the kingdom, during the time that the Jyotirling, it's a Jyotirling, that means something that was not man-made. It directly erupted out of earth in a very divine way. So what happened, Rohit, during that time? It was said, I was talking to the priest there, and they said that this Diya Kund, one person used to go on the top and tuck, 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 and all the diyas he used to light in the night. It would look so beautiful, and it is designed in such a way that no wind comes on the Diya Kund, so that it does not blow off the wind. And it is all done to mitigate the effects of you know there is no Kal Sarpa dosh, by the way, in your chart. But when and all the planets are between Rahu and Ketu, this is the time that all the planets tend to function little slow in the life. To mitigate such effects, to mitigate effects of Gulika, to mitigate effects of any kind of yoni dosha, that means you're coming from Sarpa yoni, you're coming from Matsya yoni, any kind of yoni that you're coming from. Here is where it is very important that Lord Shiva temple, somewhere where Pratishthit Lord Shiva is there, that someone who has done Pran Pratishtha, that means they are Sakshat present there, or it has Jyotirling. This is the place that when you worship in this place, Gulika goes zero, powerless, because you are with the divine one and himself connected, who has created the universe. What is Gulika or what is Saturn in front of them? So that's why always devote yourself towards Lord Shiva. Ruiji, it is very fascinating because in the third house is also a house of short distance travels. So such people can create little bit of issues. What happens with them is that sometimes of short distance that they want to take, sometimes of um, shorter journeys that take lot of trouble they face, lot of delays in that journey and stuff like that. So it is very, very Gulika is very, very you know third house is very good, but very, very subjective to the lord of the third house, what is the aspect that it is getting, and so on. Kiroichi. So those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe. Those who have already subscribed, thank you so much, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. This Gulika, try and find out in your birth chart and see where it is, what kind of effect it is giving, and give your comments below and let us know that if it is right or wrong. When Gulika is in the fourth house, Rohitji, here, what is the fourth house? Fourth house is your mother. Anything that has to do with nurturing, anything that has to do with your property, hidden, money, anything that has to do with your vehicles, conveyances, everything is the fourth house. Now, here, when Gulika is sitting here, results in poor living conditions and lack of happiness. This is the general observation. But B.V. Raman says, unfortunate and poor. Whatever you do in the world, you will not be able to, you will be wasting your time. That is why being more spiritual is required for such people who have Gulika and Mandi in the fourth house. According to Faldipika, it says that lives in a dirty atmosphere, shortage of funds, no pleasure from conveyances. I have someone, Rohiji, I was talking to someone who's 72 years old. He said, I never ever owned a car or a bike or a cycle in my life. है ना? Gulika in the fourth house. It will not give you conveyances. Acha, depending on the dispositor of this house, it can even create a lot of wealth for you in the house, but that wealth will be useless. You will create wealth, keep it in the house, but not able to, what you say, spend it. This is what happens. But this is how Gulika in the fourth house happens. If Gulika is in your fourth house and you're feeling such kind of problems, or have you are saying that wherever I live, the atmosphere becomes dirty, the house is completely uh, everything is like not in order. If this is the case, then do comment below and let us know so that that what kind of remedies you should be doing. Those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. Those who have already subscribed, thank you so much. And there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. So when Gulika is in the fifth house, Rohitji, now fifth house is the house that is related to children, higher education, love, romance. Now here, Gulika is a malefic planet. Fifth house is a very, very positive house. So when it goes to a positive house, the house becomes a little bit stressed. It leads to worries about children and lack of higher education. BV Raman says that it is fickle-minded and badly disposed. In fact, according to Faldipika, it says that worries about children, dogmatic views, lacks higher education. But remember one thing: by chance, this Gulika is in the house of Venus, and Venus is exalted. Like for example, just imagine that this is number 7, and Venus is sitting in the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the 10,000 exalted. Then there is no way in this world that someone can hold you. It is one of the most awesome places, only found in rarest to rare people in the world. And sometimes we all are looking at a lot larger picture, but when we look at smaller, there is one song, Rohitji, in Bollywood. It is called Mumbai. Mumbai means the dawn of Mumbai. It is done by a very famous person called Javed Jafri. Mumbai. So he says that law and order say to Pandu bhai ka aate lamba. He says that even more than a judge, the havaldar, the constable that is in the court, in the police station, has bigger judgment value than the judge. If he admisses the case in the beginning, that it will not even reach that level. So this is what Gulika is. Gulika is that point that everyone ignores and says that no, this is not happening, that is not happening in my life, I'm not getting job, I'm not getting this. Everything is, you have to even look at Gulika in your chart, that is it creating any problem for you. Now, Rohitji, the clear remedy, those who have Gulika in any kind of houses, and especially in very auspicious houses like fifth house, ninth house, first house, second house, here they have to pray to Lord Shiva in the evening, putting a lamp of ghee, that is clarified butter, in front of Lord Shiva will help you mitigate the bad effects of Gulika in your chart. Those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. Those who have already subscribed, thank you so much. And there is a WhatsApp link in description for personal appointments. Those who want to know where their Gulika is, what is happening in their life, they can contact there. Thank you. So now Gulika in the sixth house, Rohitji. Now here, what is the sixth house? I told you Gulika is very, very awesome here. Such people are not terrified at all. They will go to any, like, there cannot be any enemy of these persons. Enemy will come and they will be destroyed. The general observation says that it makes you extremely brave, a terror to enemies. Enemies will fear you like Hitler. Maybe if you see his chart, I don't remember where Gulika is, but maybe he will have this, biggest to biggest enemies, they will go crazy in front of you, but maybe involved in many vices. Now here BV Raman sir says that it is very brave, versed in Shutra mantras, a terror to his foes. That means if you have Mandi in this area, what is the career that you need to choose? Would you tell me what is the career that you need to choose?
In sixth house, it's I think a lawyer related to some law
Law,
and service. I
police,
think service oriented. Police.
law, police, cyber security, anything where military intelligence. Anything where you can kill, you can destroy your enemy. That is the
Hmm.
kind of area that you look for when Mandi is in this kind of Gulika and Mandi is in this kind of places. According to Faldipika, it says that involved in many wicked behavior, troubled by enemies. This is how it happens for people who have Gulika in the sixth house. Luigi, where is your Gulika?
If I remember, I think that is 12th house.
We are coming there very soon. Mine is 10th house. Uh, so when Gulika is in the seventh house here, it causes character issues and very suspicious nature. Marital problems, as we know, this is the area related to marriage. This is the area related to, anything victory over court cases. This is the area related to business partnerships. This is the area related to happiness and joy from conveyances, from wife, from business partner. Here, such people, BV Raman sir says that it is very quarrelsome and have loose morals and very ungrateful people. These kind of people. And Faldipika, very important lore of Vedic astrology, says that spoils family reputation, suspicious about spouse. I was doing a chart reading, Rohitji, of a girl based out in California. uh, she she does so she said that my husband is this, every time he's after my life, he keeps checking my phone and this and that, and I'm going with him somewhere on a holiday, but he does not let me touch his phone, he's very suspicious, this that. Now the girl who I was checking, she did not have Gulika in her seventh house, but the boy had Gulika in the seventh house and the Mandi point in the eighth house. Very end of seventh house is where Gulika was. So, what does it mean? That first of all, lot of gains from in-laws, because it is at the cusp of two, what you say, signs. So, lot of gains. So, what happened is that that person was born in India, here brought by the woman to the home country, to USA, given citizenship, given work, given a house, given a business, everything done by in-laws. And where is Gulika? On the cusp of seventh and eighth house, that is from gains from in-laws. And this is what happened. So it is not about checking Gulika. If Gulika is in the cusp of sixth and seventh house, that means losing in some kind of battle. If it is in what degree, everything, it's so precise. Astrology is so precise. When you go in lot of details, you will understand, man, this is so precise, I can't never ever imagine that such kind of thing can exist. But if you go and look at your chart, your Gulika, you will see that traits in yourself as well. Or if you see other person's chart, you will see traits in themselves. So uh, here, this is what the seventh house, Gulika, it's a Maraka house. Gulika is a Maraka in itself. During the time of seventh house Lord, that's why it is said that during the times of seventh house Lord or the second house Lord, depending on what is Maraka, more Maraka, more difficult for you. You may end, that is a time of ending of your life. Eighth house is the house of longevity, and 12th from the eighth is the seventh house of death. Not the 12th. 12th house is house of endings, not death. But seventh house is the house of death, complete, dying, leaving the body. Anyways, so if you have Gulika in the seventh house, these may be the results. Or if you have any other more insights about your Gulika placement, comment below so that we can add it to the research. And next time when we make Gulika 1.0, the new video, we will be discussing about it as well. When we talk about Gulika in the eighth house, Gulika, Mandi, anything that we are talking about here, go in the beginning of the video, you will find exactly why, what is Gulika, how it came to existence, and why are we talking about it. Now, eighth house is the house that is related to a lot of hidden things. Chronic illnesses, something that is very long term illness, because it is third from the sixth. So sixth house is the house of illness, one, two, three. Third from the sixth is the something that will cause lot of what you say, longevity. It will create something which is very long term, struggle for a longer period is what it is. Here, eighth house, when Gulika is placed here, it results to chronic diseases and life filled with troubles, ups and downs, only ups and downs, and that ups are very less, only downs are there. BV Raman says only one thing, that okay, he found that when Gulika is here, there is weak and impaired eyes. Some people who have squints, some people who have, blindness, night blindness, or color blindness. They have Gulika in such places. So if you have Gulika in such place and you are color blind, you can comment below and let us know so that this becomes more intense here. According to Fal Deepika, it says that life is full of troubles, chronic diseases, speaks ill of others, threat to longevity. That these people are the people who majoritarily dies in accident without their fault. They're just walking the road, a truck hits them. They're not their fault. Their fault is they did not pay attention to the truck, but it was supposed to happen because Gulika is in very, very hidden state. So something that happens out of sudden, you are walking in the grass, suddenly snake bites you. Gulika in the eighth house. House of bitten by reptiles. Eighth house. What happens when we are bitten by reptiles? We get their poison. We get their poison. It is threat to what? Longevity. That is why the eighth house comes into play. Anyone who asks that, okay, you have been bitten by a reptile, this, that, everything is depending on the eighth house. Here, if there is one more important thing here. Eighth house is a very, very difficult, very, very dangerous house, but Golika gives very good results in third house, sixth house, 10th house, and 11th house. Only the Upachaya houses, not the Dushtana. Sixth house is Upachaya and Dushtana both. That's why in sixth house it gives you the good results. So let us know if your Gulika is in the 8,000, you're having such kind of things in your life. One more awesome thing which I forgot to mention is occult. Such people will go to extreme extents in occult, either with tantrics, with some kind of unethical behavior, lot of sacrifices and whatnot. This is what happens when Gulika is in the eighth house of people. So let us know, what do you think? Where is your Gulika and what is it doing to you? You will comment below and let me know so that I can get more details about, the research can come only through data analytics, data engineering. So if research is coming from your side, then we will get more idea that for what is happening on you. Like I can know what is happening in my 10th house, but in Gulika, and I've been taking very special consideration of Gulika in my life. So you also see where is your Gulika and see if things are right or wrong. All the best. Do subscribe so that you'll be able to always stay in touch with us. Now, Gulika in the ninth house. Now, here, what is the ninth house? The 10th house is father, Rohitji. Ninth house is the longevity of father. Okay. Ninth house is the spiritual bliss or the teachings that the father can give you or a guru can give you. Ninth house Gulika says that early death of father, lack of religious inclination. Such people are very atheist people. They are narcissist people. They are people who does not even bother to talk bad, destroy, or even burn down your religious sentiments. uh, I can take lot of names but I don't want to, but they are like people who do not feel that dharma is important. They feel only and only, killing, bad things, money, material things are only important. This is how Gulika in the ninth house acts. BV Raman sir, he says that unhappy due to children, deserted by them. Now, such an amazing insight. When I was going through this insight, I said that why did BV Ramanji say this? Because this is the fifth from the fifth. That means the result that you're going to get from your children. And that is why you're unhappy due to children, deserted by them. I'm telling you, astrology is not very simple. Numerology is very simple. You can learn in 20 days. Vastu, 10 days. Astrology, at least 10 lifetimes. Minimum 10 to 15 lifetimes when you will literally understand just 5% of it, and then you will get moksha even by understanding 5%. Every house has 144 meanings to that house. Hoof. According to Fal Deepika, it says that ninth house, suffering due to early death of father. Such people can have separation from father. So if I see Gulika in the ninth house, 10th house, I ask that if there is separation from father. Now, why 10th house? 10th house is also father, right? So, and Gulika sitting there may create problems. So, I have Gulika and Mandi in the 10th house. Separation from father is there. It is like absolutely proven. There is problem in the career area, but always by God's grace, there was no day that I was without work. That is very good about Gulika. So here, suffering due to early death of father and no religious aptitude, completely Gnostic people. I don't see many Gulika with ninth house charts also, because they will not refer to any kind of dharma, astrology, religion. Nothing matters for them. All that matters for them is that how they can bring you down. How can they can tell you that okay, you are this, your religion is stupid. Nothing. Fanatic people, atheist people. Atheist, Gulika is in the ninth house or 12th house. Okay. Anyways, you can share about your Gulika, where it is, what kind of results you get, and you can, we can get a lot of insights from you as well. In fact, I was thinking, Rohitji, that we make all the videos so many days. I was thinking that if we get some software engineer, anyone who can develop some software, problem is that there are softwares, but does not have so many details. Like all the free software, everyone wants to make money, right? So I just want to make a free software of astrology, very easy to understand, just like Parashara Light. If someone is there who can do work on such kind of project, I am ready to pay as well. So comment below, or come on the WhatsApp and let me know. Let's work together on something. When we talk about Gulika in the 10th house, Rohitji, here again, what does 10th house mean? 10th house is anything to do with your fame, your ability, your dignity, your power, your rank, your profession, your business, career, job, anything to do in politics, your discipline, the ruling power, your anger, your ego, and so many things relate. Everything related to karma, east, west, north, south of karma, every aspect of karma is the 10th house. Now, here what happens is that such people who have Gulika, lot of leads to religious devotion, but delays in career recognition. A lot of people, every time you will have delay in career recognition. Some people you will say, oh, I trained them, they went ahead of me. This is where you have to come and see Gulika, because this is, you will understand that, oh, this is why, because of my planet like this, it is the problem that I'm facing. So very important to see Gulika in your 10th house. Here, B.V. Raman says that unorthodox tendencies, no faith in religion, and miserly. He has a very different opinion about it. है ना? You- The general people feel, all the astrologers over the years, and even me, I feel that it leads to religious devotion. And this is true because I have this placement, I know. But B.V. Raman sir has very different kind of opinion here. And Fal Deepika says no proper gainful income, changing profession, unsuccessful in business. That's why I never did business, and neither I'm doing business. This is self-employed. Business is when you keep people under you, then your misery starts. So this is what Gulika in the 10th house says. So you say, I want to do business. Can I do business? Can I start in this company, that company? No, you should not, because Gulika, if it's in the 10th house, then it will create problem in that area. But it depends on many factors, depends on your personal chart, your placements, what it is, how it is, what is it, what results it is giving, everything related to that. Once we get a lot of details, then we can discuss about Gulika in your chart as well. But if you have Gulika in the 10th house, have more insight about it, let us know in the comments below, so that we can also note a lot of things about Gulika. When Gulika is in the 11th house is an Upchaya house, 11th house is awesome house. Imagine Lord Ravana, the king Ravana, the mighty king of Lanka, the biggest devotee of Lord Shiva. He put all the planets in the 11th house. So just imagine the power of the 11th house in a birth chart. It is related to income, gain. It is uh, related to wishes. I wish that this would happen. Suddenly, ting, happens. This is the 11th house. 11th house is that Aladdin lamp. You click, you rub on it, and everything, your wishes come true. This is what the 11th house is. Now, this provides, when Gulika is here, it provides gains, wealthy eventually, but after delays. And Gulika is all about delay. It is Saturn, just the part of Saturn. It will cause delays in life. B.V. Raman sir says that happiness, children, power, and plenty of luxury in your life. Gulika in the 11th house, if you have, you are going to be a rich person. You are going to be a very wealthy, well to do, affluent person. And according to Faldipika, it says that gains from progeny, that means gains from children. है ना? In fact, those people who do surrogacy, surrogate mothers, are may have such kind of placement of Gulika. Plenty of wealth and luxurious lifestyle. So one of the best placement of Gulika, slow but for sure, is the 11th house. You will be wealthy. I am not surprised that if we pick up very big charts of extreme successful, extreme rich people, they will have Gulika in such placements. So those who are having Gulika in 11th house, dance, be happy. But we have to also see the dispositor of this house. What is the aspect that this house is receiving? Who is Gulika making conjunction with anyone? Then there can be an indicator there also. So many things to see in a birth chart, man. I'm telling you, it's very the most difficult topic in the world is astrology. And hats off to people like K.N. Rao sir, B.V. Raman sir, Varaha Mirji, the great astrologer 2000 years ago, Parasharaji, Briguji, who went to the depths of this and tried to bring things so simply for us that oh, this is what it is. So focus here. Okay, so all the 11th house happy, subscribe now, and all the best. 12th house Rohitji, house of endings, a house of expenditure, house of losses, and a house of debt, sleep, anything that has to do with being dependent on other people, fear, legal troubles, everything is the 12th house. Now this, when Gulika is here, it leads to high expenditure, poor living conditions, and dependence on others for financial help. I exactly have a chart of a person who is a chachaji of my client, completely dependent on my client, on my clients for everything. Even like every month they want money, everyone they want to go to holiday also, they will say okay, you pay for this. They will want to go any, so dependent people. Gulika in the 12th house, such people are dependent on other people. If they are not at mercy of other people, they will come into poor living conditions or maybe homeless. When we see a lot of homeless people who have been brought up in a very nice place but suddenly come to this extent, it is the doing of Gulika. Gulika will always do things slow in your life. So even from being born in an affluent family to putting you down to zero, it will be Gulika's role if it is in the 12th house. B.V. Raman sir says that poor, very poor people, high expenditure, dislikes sexual pleasures. That means they are asexual. They have no interest in intimacy. They will be very isolated people. They will be very aloof people. They will not even let you come near them. Always stay in a lot of darkness and isolation. This is what can happen when Gulika is in the 12th house for you. Effects according to Faldipika. Faldipika says that poor living. So that means all three are saying poor. Poor is there. Unable to meet family expenses. Depends on others for financial help. So if you see Gulika in your friend's chart, you will understand that this person will never be able to depend on himself. And this is not, it is not his fault. Maybe he will be the best person in the world, but because of karmas in the past life, wherever Gulika will sit, it will give you problem in that house. It is the point to understand, oh, here my debt, karmic debt is bigger, so I need to focus on these areas and make sure that I work harder, do some remedies related to it, preach, pray to Lord Shiva, pray to Holy Lord. This is important. So this is for the 12th house, isolated houses. What happens here? If you are feeling, if you have Gulika here and you have some kind of indication about Gulika, let us know so that we can give a clear insight to everyone. And for the next video 1.0, the version, we can come with more research, more pointers. Now, B.V. Raman, ancient writers have not attached much significance of, what you say, Gulika, but reference to the mostly to be found in Tamil books on astrology. Mandi or Gulika plays an important part in the determination of Lagna in doubtful cases, Maraka planets, and also in finding out the probable period of death. So very very important. According to Hora Shastra, है ना, Parashara ji, he says in the chapter 25, shloka 62 to 73, here is detailed analysis on basis of his teaching. Definition and calculation of Gulika. Gulika, often referred as Mandi, is considered as agent of tardiness and delay. The day and night are each divided into 8 equal parts, which I told in the beginning also. The 8th part is lordless. The remaining 7 parts are distributed among the 7 planets. Graha, starting from Lord of the Day. If it is Monday, Moon. If it is Wednesday, Buddha. The portion ruled by Saturn, Shani, during the day or night is designated as Gulika. This is the calculation of Gulika. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rohit ji.
Very much, because this was the topic which we discussing, we were thinking that we will make some video on Gulika so many times we think, and now today we finally here with this video. So if you are thinking that what my Gulika is going to do for me, you can consult Akashji anytime. Most welcome. WhatsApp number is there in the screen, or link is there also in description box. Go click connect and you can have a video consultation with Akashji. Thank you very much to all the family members of ACS2, and thank you very much, Akashji. We'll
Thank you.
meet you in video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai
Om
Hanuman.
Shri Ram, Jai Mata.
Jai Bhole.